why you're not manifesting. The reason you are not manifesting what you desire is because you do not truly believe it is already yours. You stand outside of your own creation, wishing, hoping, and waiting, when all along the power to bring it forth has been within you. Let me tell you this: manifestation is not something that happens to you, it is something that happens through you. You are the cause, and the world is the effect. The secret lies in one simple truth. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You must stop thinking of your desire as something distant, something that may or may not come to pass. That kind of thinking is what keeps it away. Instead, you must claim it, here and now, as though it already belongs to you. This is the law of assumption, and it works unfailingly, whether you believe it or not. Close your eyes and imagine for a moment. What is it you desire? Be honest with yourself. Is it wealth, love, freedom, success? Whatever it is, do not push it away by saying, "One day it will come." That is the language of delay. Instead, ask yourself, what would it feel like if it were mine right now? How would you walk? How would you talk? How would you feel if your wish were already fulfilled? Do not wait for the world to change before you feel it. Feel it now, and the world will follow. You see, the world is not happening to you, it is happening from you. Everything you experience, everything you see, is simply a reflection of your inner state. If you are dissatisfied with the outer world, the answer is not to fight it or fix it. The answer is to go within and assume the state you desire. Many of you are looking for signs, for proof that your manifestation is on its way. But I tell you, the only sign you need is the feeling within you. When you truly assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, there is no need to look outside for confirmation. The outer world will always reflect your inner state. It cannot do otherwise. Imagine planting a seed. You do not dig it up every day to see if it is growing. No. You water it, you nurture it, and you trust that it will sprout in its own time. Your assumptions are the seeds of your reality. Once planted, they will grow. But you must be faithful to them. You must dwell in the feeling of already having what you desire, even when the outer world seems unchanged. This is not a game of chance, this is the law. You are always creating, whether you are aware of it or not. If you are not manifesting what you desire, it is because you are unconsciously assuming a state of lack, of doubt, of waiting. But the moment you change your assumption, the moment you truly feel the reality of your desire, the world begins to shift. I am not asking you to pretend or to deceive yourself. I am asking you to become the person you wish to be. Live in that state. Breathe it. Feel it as though it is already true. And as you do, the world will align to match your inner reality. Take this moment now. Close your eyes. Feel the joy, the relief, the excitement of your wish fulfilled. Claim it, own it, and walk in the certainty that it is already yours. This is the power of assumption. This is the truth of who you are, a creator, boundless and limitless. So I ask you, will you assume your power, or will you continue to wait? The choice is always yours. You see, waiting is a trap. The moment you wait, you're telling yourself and the world that you don't yet have what you desire. But let me remind you of this immutable truth. You already do. Creation is finished. Everything you've ever wanted, everything you could ever imagine, already exists within you. The only thing keeping it from appearing in your reality is your refusal to claim it. Stop asking, when will it come? Instead, ask yourself, how would I feel if it were already here? This is the question that changes everything. The feeling is the secret. Not the wishing, not the hoping, but the feeling. When you feel something as real, your subconscious mind takes it as fact, and the world must bend to align with your assumption. Do not look for validation in the outer world. That is a fool's errand. The world out there is just a mirror, reflecting back to you what you hold within. If you see lack, it's because you are holding on to a state of lack. If you see abundance, it's because you have assumed the state of abundance. The law works perfectly, without exception. The question is, are you using it consciously or unconsciously? Let me give you a challenge. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, do not lie down as the person who is waiting for their dreams to come true. Lie down as the person who has already achieved them. Feel the pillow beneath your head, as though it belongs to someone living the life you desire. Drift into sleep in that state, and let your subconscious mind work on your behalf. This is the gateway, the sacred moment where creation begins. This is not magic, this is law. The law does not care about your past, your mistakes, or your doubts. It only responds to the state you are in. Change your state, and you will change your world. It is that simple, but it requires your faith, your imagination, and your willingness to persist. Persist, no matter what the outer world shows you. Persist, even when the evidence seems to contradict your assumption. Remember, the outer world is slow to catch up, but it always does. Your persistence in the feeling of the wish fulfilled is the key to unlocking the life you desire. The only thing standing between you and your manifestation is the story you're telling yourself. Stop telling the story of lack, of waiting, of doubt. Begin telling the story of fulfillment, of joy, of certainty. Let every thought, every word, and every feeling align with the state of your wish fulfilled. And when you do this, when you live in the assumption of already having your desire, you will see the truth of my words. The world will change. The people around you will change. Opportunities will appear where there were none. This is not coincidence. This is the law in action. It is the truth of who you are, a creator, divine and infinite. So I leave you with this. Stop waiting and start assuming. Stop hoping and start knowing. The life you desire is already yours. Claim it, live it, and watch as the world mirrors back the magnificence of your creation. The power lies in your hands, but more importantly, it lies in your mind, your wonderful, creative mind that is far greater than you give it credit for. Most people live their lives as victims of circumstance, blaming the world, blaming others, blaming chance. But I tell you now, the only thing you need to blame, or better yet to change, is your assumption. If you assume yourself poor, if you assume yourself unworthy, if you assume yourself powerless, the world has no choice but to reflect that back to you. Not because it is cruel, but because it is obedient. It obeys the state of being you have chosen to embody. The moment you assume differently, assume wealth, assume worthiness, assume power, the world shifts to mirror your new state. Do not wait for someone to come along and save you. Nobody is coming. Nobody needs to come because you already possess everything within you to save yourself. You are the author and finisher of your story. You hold the pen, and the ink is your imagination. What story will you write? The greatest misconception is that you must first see evidence before you can believe. But let me tell you, evidence comes after belief, not before. You must believe it before it is visible. You must feel it before it is tangible. This is the creative process. This is the truth about manifestation. So, when you look at the world around you and say, "This is not what I want," do not despair. Do not curse the outer world, for it is only the shadow of what you previously believed. Instead, rejoice, for now you know that you can change it. You are not a prisoner of the past. You are the creator of the present and the architect of the future. This very moment is your point of power. Right now, as you listen to these words, you have the ability to change your state. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, assume the feeling of already having your desire. Feel the joy, the relief, the gratitude. Let it flood your being. And then carry that feeling with you throughout your day. As you do this, you will notice something miraculous. The people around you will respond differently. Circumstances will seem to align in your favor. Opportunities will come knocking where none existed before. And you will realize that it was not the world that changed. It was you. You are the operant power. You are the one who creates. And there is no limit to what you can manifest when you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. The only question that remains is this: will you dare to believe in yourself? Will you dare to claim the life that is already yours? So I ask you, what are you waiting for? There is no better time than now to assume your power, to step into the reality you desire, and to live as the creator you were always meant to be. Trust in the law, trust in yourself, and watch as the world transforms before your very eyes. It is already done. Now, live it. And so, my friends, understand this truth. You are not waiting for the world to change. The world is waiting for you to change. The moment you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are not just imagining it. You are creating it. The law of assumption does not fail, but you must remain faithful to it. Believe in your power, believe in your assumptions, and take full responsibility for your reality. When you claim what is already yours, the universe has no choice but to align with your belief. You are the creator of your world, and you always have been. So, if you are ready to stop waiting and start living the life you've always desired, now is the time to assume your power, claim your destiny, and feel it as if it's already here. The life you want is already yours. Step into it. Thank you for being with me today. If you're ready to create, subscribe and stay tuned for more truths that will change your life. Remember, you are the power. You are the creator. You are the one who can make your dreams a reality.